Linda. So I have to go and find a space, but it's a bit more complicated on the Regent's Canal because it's so busy. So I have to take Georgia with me and find a space, and then do some shenanigans. So that's what we're going to do. Basically, the big issue is that when I move Linda, I have to have a space for Linda to go into. So I've cycled ahead. It's a Sunday afternoon. It's going to get dark soon. But I'll park Georgia in one of the spaces that I saw, if they're still there when I get there. And then what I'll do is bring Linda up and swap Georgia out. I can always double more Georgia, but I can't really double more Linda up against another narrowboat. See if I could fit in there. So I know Georgia will fit in there, which means I also know Linda will fit in there, as they're both the same length. That's a worst case scenario. There's some really good news. So a spot has opened up that didn't exist a few hours earlier. I need to get water for Georgia, but what I'm going to do so that I don't lose the spot is park Georgia there, go back and get Linda, bring Linda up and swap Linda out, and then get the water. This probably will end up being done in the hours of darkness, so I don't know what that's going to look like. This is the problem. Time. And it's complicated because of the nature of the Regent's Canal and how busy it is. On the River Lee, these wouldn't be issues I'd necessarily worry too much about. Right, I've arrived at Linda, and I'm now going to set her up to go for a move. Everything set up. The only thing I don't have is a nav light, but I got one of these, so that'll do. Well, I hope people see me.
It's time for a time lapse.
It's a bit nippy in here, so let's get the fire on. Say hello to my little friend. This is a Renology 3000 watt inverter. The reason I bought it is because of that. And that is an earth. When you're on the internet and having a look at inverters, you'll notice that they don't have an earth. If any of your power tools do something funny, the electricity could kill you. But if there's an earth, the earth is there for safety. A lot of inverters don't have earths on them. I have no idea. I think they must have a fuse that blows instead. But you can still have damp. You could have a short circuit. You could have all sorts of things. And the idea of an earth is to send all of that away. This is the inverter that came with the boat. And it's a modified sine wave inverter, which is just simply not as good. But also, it's a 1500 watt inverter.
I have some power-hungry woodworking tools coming this way, and I'm going to need the power for them.
So let's switch them out. This is cute. Rather than sending out one beefy cable, they send you out two instead. Let's wire them up. There you go. That sounded nice and solid. Oh, what a lovely morning. It's beautiful and sunny outside, very cold. They're talking about snow next week, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Oh, look at that. That's a new view I've never seen before. The first time I lit the fire in here was last year, and I didn't have any skylights. Now I have skylights, and I can see the chimney. Now let's weld a little nut for the earth on the inverter. Let's start the diesel generator. This is the first time it's been started since summer. So it hasn't been started in a while, and it's cold. Let's see how it goes.
Now you know why I was so desperate to get the inverter. This is what I've been living on. Every time I've done the videos, I've always reduced the volume. This is what I have to deal with. I don't want to deal with this anymore.
My endeavour to finish the wiring of this has come to a halt. I ordered lugs, these things. The delivery address is a friend of mine, and he's got COVID, so we can't get the lugs. So we'll just have to wait until he gets better. Let's do it anyway, and we'll come back to the lugs a different time. Yeah, let's do that. This is a galvanic isolator. Now, I don't have shore power, and the idea of this is very simple. As you have shore power coming onto the boat, you separate the earth, and you run the earth through these two terminals. This isolator ensures that there is no permanent current going through, dissolving your hull. But I'm going to run my earth coming off the inverter off this, just in case there's ever a stray current, it'll be stopped by this, or I'll know about it. Obviously, it's important to have the earth, and this just makes sure that the earth is behaving itself. Do I need it in this application? Not really. But I may need it later on in the future if I ever install shore power. So I decided to get it now. Yeah, well, you know, I'm a little bit paranoid about having an earth cable going into my hull. So this may never actually do anything, but if ever there's an issue, this will find it and stop it. Good old Safe Shore. They gave me at least 2. When I get the lugs for this, I'll mount it onto that. And the same onto the earth on the inverter. And then it'll be done, which will make that earthed through the galvanic isolator, which means that is now safe. But if this fails and sends DC current down through it, it will pick it up and shut it down. This is an indicator, so it has 2 red lights on it, and 1 LED DC leakage, 2 LEDs AC leakage. So not only will it protect the boat if there's any leakage going through this, it'll also tell me if there's a fault with the inverter. Belt and braces. There's so much to do in that box. I need to put a piece of wood across the front so the batteries don't fall out. I need to put a shelf on the top so I can separate the batteries from all the electrics, and then put a front on it. And I also have to put in the fuse board, which is going in that corner. So there's quite a lot to do, but I haven't got the time because I have to now go and get ready to do a Christmas tour. So pretty much every day, gotta do a Christmas tour. So it's gonna be very, very busy for me. Now I am trying to work a schedule where I'll be able to get some work done and make some videos and get them out weekly. But if for whatever reason I suddenly disappear for a week, I'll let you know why, but that'll be the reason. I'm just working 7 days a week all the time. But it'll all be worth it because the money I'll earn will pay for the next installments of stuff. Well, it's always sort of a bit of a shame to leave the fire.
Is that fucking Egypt gone? Great. I'll be able to enjoy this lovely fire in peace and quiet. Ah, there it is. Lovely and warm.